Sometimes it feels like you've crossed paths with someone for a reason. Not by chance, not just because they live nearby or work with you, but something deeper. Something inside of you quietly says, this means something. It's not just chemistry or shared hobbies. It's an invisible thread pulling two people closer, and you can feel it before either of you say a word. You might have been fine before they came into your life. You were busy, distracted, doing your own thing. Then this person appears, and suddenly, a part of you wakes up. A part that had been waiting, even if you didn't know it. The connection is hard to explain. It's not just about attraction or comfort. It feels like this person reflects back to you a part of yourself. Not the version you show the world, but the one you try to figure out late at night when you're alone. The one that wants answers. The one that wants to be seen completely. This kind of connection can feel exciting, even magical, but it can also feel uncomfortable. Because when someone truly sees you, when they reflect back who you are and not who you pretend to be, it can shake you. It challenges your story, your habits, your wounds. It might even scare you, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. It means it's real. Sometimes we confuse difficulty with danger, but growth isn't always smooth. And if someone makes you feel things you've been avoiding, it's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it might be the very thing your soul has been waiting for. It's easy to look at the surface, who they are, what they do, how they speak. But what really matters is how they make you feel about yourself. Do you feel more alive? Do you feel more honest? Are you growing into someone you were meant to be, or just falling into comfort? The right person won't always make life easier, but they will make life deeper. You'll find yourself thinking about things differently, questioning more, feeling more. And that kind of shift can't happen with just anyone. Sometimes two people meet and it feels like they've known each other for years. Not in a fantasy way, but in a quiet inner knowing, like your souls already spoke before your names were even exchanged. This doesn't mean you won't have conflict. It doesn't mean it'll be perfect, but it does mean there's purpose in the meeting. It might not last forever, but that doesn't mean it failed. Some people come into your life to change its direction, to push you, to stretch your heart. And when it's over, you're not the same. You've grown, and that growth was the gift. Other times it's meant to last, but even then it takes effort. The right person doesn't erase your problems. They help you face them. They walk beside you as you work through your past. They don't try to fix you. They stay close as you heal yourself. You'll know someone is meant for you, not because life becomes perfect, but because you become more honest. You'll stop pretending. You'll speak more freely. You'll show the parts of yourself you used to hide. And instead of judgment, you'll feel accepted. This kind of relationship is built on something deeper than surface attraction. It's about understanding, patience, truth. It's about having someone who holds space for you when you're tired, confused, or afraid. And you do the same for them. Real connection isn't about always agreeing. It's about being willing to disagree without disconnecting. To say, I don't understand you right now, but I'm still here. That kind of love is rare, but when it shows up, it's unmistakable. Most people chase what feels good, but if you're not careful, you'll run from what actually matters. Because what matters isn't always fun. It doesn't always flatter your ego. Sometimes it humbles you. Sometimes it breaks your walls down. But those are the moments that shape you. And if someone can stand beside you in those moments, not run from them, not escape into distraction, that's someone worth keeping. Don't let fear make your decisions. Don't let past pain stop you from seeing what's in front of you. If someone is showing up, being real with you, not just saying the right things, but doing the hard things too. Take a breath. Look deeper, because that's rare. And if you feel like you've messed up before, if you've pushed people away or run from what you couldn't handle, that's okay. We all have. But you get another chance. We all do. Life brings lessons back around, not to punish us, but to give us a chance to choose differently. So when that next moment comes, when someone steps into your life and your soul starts paying attention, listen. Don't rush it. Don't label it too fast. Just be present. Let the connection unfold. Watch how they respond when things get uncomfortable. That's where the truth is. And if both of you are willing to stay honest, willing to grow, willing to sit in the unknown without forcing answers, you just might find something real. Not perfect, but real. You weren't meant to go through life pretending. You weren't meant to settle for shallow conversation and empty promises. Deep down, you know that. And if someone reminds you of that truth, don't ignore it. It doesn't matter what others think. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense on paper. What matters is how it aligns with your spirit. Not just your comfort, not just your habits, but your soul. And maybe, just maybe, that person is not here to complete you, but to remind you of who you really are. We don't always get clarity right away. Sometimes we only understand the meaning of a connection after it's tested, after distance, after silence. But time doesn't always take away the truth. Some truths stay, even when everything else changes. You might go through moments of doubt. You might pull back. They might do the same. That doesn't mean it wasn't real. That doesn't mean it didn't matter. Sometimes the space we create teaches us more than closeness ever could. Space reveals what remains, what holds, what doesn't fade. If someone stays on your mind even when they're not around, if something about them keeps echoing through your days, don't ignore that. It might not mean you're supposed to be together right now, but it does mean there's something unfinished, something that wants your attention. We live in a world that moves fast. People swipe, scroll, and walk away before giving things time to breathe. But what's meant for you isn't in a rush. It won't demand urgency. It will have a calmness to it. Even if it's confusing, you won't feel forced. You'll feel drawn. And sometimes the most powerful moments are the quietest ones. A glance, a pause, a shared silence where you feel like everything that needs to be said is already understood. That kind of connection doesn't need constant words. It exists beyond them, but it still needs nurturing. It still needs care, because even the strongest bond can weaken if it's neglected. If you want something real, you have to show up for it. You have to be willing to go deeper than you're used to. That means being honest when it's uncomfortable. That means listening when you'd rather defend yourself. That means staying curious when you feel like shutting down. Love doesn't always look like romance. Sometimes it looks like staying, even when it would be easier to walk away. There's something powerful about being fully seen and still fully accepted. No filters, no roles, just presence. But that kind of connection only grows where there's mutual effort, mutual respect, and the courage to stay open when you're tempted to close off. So if you're wondering whether someone is meant for you, ask yourself this. Do they make you want to become better, not out of pressure, but out of inspiration? Do they challenge your mind and comfort your heart? Do they see your flaws and still believe in your worth? These are signs. They won't come with fireworks. They'll come with stillness, with peace, with a deeper kind of knowing that doesn't need constant reassurance. It just feels right, even if it's not easy. And if you're the one who's pulling back, not because you don't care, but because it feels too intense, take a moment to ask yourself why. Are you protecting yourself from harm, or are you running from growth? There's a difference. One is wise, The other is fear disguised as logic. Sometimes we think we're not ready for love, but what we're really not ready for is the mirror that real love holds up. Because real connection forces us to face ourselves. It brings out our shadows and shows us where we've closed off. That can feel overwhelming, but it's also where healing begins. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You just have to be willing to try, willing to open up, even slowly, willing to let someone in, layer by layer. That's how trust is built, not all at once, but over time. And if you feel like you've already missed your chance, that you let the right one go, just remember this: life isn't always linear. People grow, circumstances change, and what feels lost today might return in a new form tomorrow. Don't hold on out of fantasy, but don't dismiss what mattered just because it didn't fit your timeline. When someone is meant to shape your life, they will, whether they stay or not. Their impact won't fade. You'll carry the lessons, the growth, the shift they brought into your world. That's how you know it was real. It changed you. But if you still have the chance, if that person is still present, still reachable, still open, don't waste that. Pride is a poor replacement for connection. Silence is not strength when your heart is full of words you're too afraid to say. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to care more than the world tells you to. You're not weak for loving deeply. You're awake. In the end, the people who matter most are the ones who reflect your truth back to you. Not just your strengths, but your struggles too. They see your wholeness, even when you forget it. So don't chase noise. Don't fall for the ones who make you feel special for a moment, but leave you feeling empty after. Choose what steadies you. Choose what makes you grow. Choose what feels like truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Because the right person won't save you, but they will remind you you're not alone. And they'll walk with you, not ahead of you, not behind you, but beside you. That's how you'll know. Not by how much you laugh or how many words are exchanged, but by how you feel in their presence. Safe, seen, understood, home. That's what it means when someone is truly meant for you.
If you like our content, please consider subscribing. Click the like button and the bell icon if you want to know when we post a new video. Stay blessed, and thank you for watching.